the world population explosion is making you feel rather ill, the doctors have said you can hop into bed and put all your faith in the pill. And put all your faith in the pill. Put all your faith in the pill. The doctors have said you can hop into bed and put all your faith in the pill. Now the pill is a birth control method. It's the best one developed to date. You get somebody's daughter to take one in water. There's no mess and no time to wait. And put all your faith in the pill. Put all your faith in the pill. The doctors have said you can hop into bed and put all your faith in the pill. It's been proven and tried by the Russians. The Chinese now make them at home. And it may not be true, but word has leaked through that they're now being tested in Rome. Uh-oh. Put all your faith in the pill, boys. Put all your faith in the pill, girls. The doctors have said you can hop into bed and put all your faith in the pill. Now the pill is a wonderful tonic. It's good for what ails you, all right. For a varicose vein or a growth on the brain, and you're good for every night. And put all your faith in the pill. Put all your faith in the pill. The doctors have said you can hop into bed and put all your faith in the pill. So throw out your old-fashioned methods as you joyfully leap into bed. You can take your saran wrap back into the kitchen and use it for cooking instead. And put all your faith in the pill. Put all your faith in the pill. The doctors have said you can hop into bed and put all your faith in the pill. So here's to the boys in the back room, the chemists whose faith will not die, for they're working there still on a birth control pill that's 50% Spanish fly. Whee-hee! And put all your faith in the pill, Mom. Put all your faith in the pill, Dad. The doctors have said you can hop into bed and put all your faith in the pill tonight. Hush, little baby, don't say a word. Daddy's gonna buy you a Thunderbird. And if you don't like that kind of car, Daddy will get you a Jaguar. But if the Jaguar offends, Daddy will buy you a Mercedes-Benz. And if the Mercedes-Benz won't do, you can have a Ferrari too. Now if the Ferrari isn't your choice, Daddy's gonna get you a new Rolls Royce. If you don't like the Rolls, we'd better have a talk. 'Cause after that, baby, you can damn well walk. Batman, 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 Batman. Let me tell you of a truly modern hero who's appearing in a television play. When the stupid cops are only batting zero, he comes zooming up and always saves the day. Zowie. He was born sometime just after 1930 in the pages of a comic magazine. And though Dr. Freud might think that he was dirty, he's the nicest looking boy we've ever seen. He's the Batman, Batman. The criminals are really scared of that man. He's a real American beauty. He knows how to do his duty, even if he's kind of fruity. He's the Batman. His opponents are all cunning, vile, and stealthy. but he manages to chase them out of town. Though psychiatrists might say that it's unhealthy, the way he keeps that little boy around. They shouldn't say such things about young Robin. It is not the kind of talk a boy should hear. Last week the Batman found his helper sobbing when a TV critic said they both were queer.
Holy nails and
poor Batman, Batman. We know that he is not that kind of that man. For he's just like Robin's brother, almost like a second mother. They worship one another, him and Batman.
So whenever someone tries to pull a caper and things in Gotham City get too hot, like he used to in our favorite comic paper, the Batman's always Johnny on the spot.
Buffo,
assisted by his blue-eyed little brother, he'll tackle one by one the dirty tasks until the country's safe for his mother and those little boys who like to dress in masks.
Mr. Batman, Batman, when we grow up we wanna be like Batman. Though accused of deviation and unclean association, the one to save the nation is the Batman. Batman, 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 Batman.
Pow!
Now everybody's heard about the Emmy and the Oscars, also known in every land. But at last the unions come up with a trophy that's available to every working man. For there's something that the public doesn't realize. It's a little bit of news that they should hear, that the fellow they see picketing this morning next week may be the striker of the year. And it's strike, strike, strike should be your watchword. Sing the chorus loud and clear. If there's something you don't like, you should get the boys to strike, and you may be named the striker of the year. Now strikesmanship's a game of concentration. It's not something that you pick up in a day. But if you want to get the nomination, you should listen to the things we have to say. There's a dozen ways to make a strike effective, and the dedicated striker tries them all. When signing up your pickets, be selective, and make sure that they are 7 or 8 feet tall.
Now a strike is always nice in the springtime, and a wildcat can be thrilling anytime. But the best strike of the lot is in December, so that Santa Claus can't cross the picket line.
If the boss should want to start negotiating before your strike is really on its feet, oh yes, you'll find it just a little bit frustrating if you take off on vacation for a week. If your strike is not attracting much attention, just let a mood of violence prevail. You may even get an honorable mention if a couple of your pickets land in jail. You should practice rebel-rousing agitation. It's a winner and it doesn't cost a dime. But if the police take you to the station, you'll be sure to reach the finals every time. For there's lots of little grievances to foster, and the union's right behind you, never fear. And when you receive your chromium-plated Walter, you'll know that you're the striker of the year.
All together.
And it's strike, strike, strike should be your watchword. Sing the chorus loud and clear. If there's something you don't like, you should get the boys to strike, and you may be named the striker, the union's biggest piker. You may be named the striker of the year.
There used to be a forest, but it isn't here today. We came cut the timber and we carted it away and made it into billboards that by the roadside stand, extolling all the beauties of this great and lovely land of America, the ugly America, the brash, the star-spangled junkyard full of trash. Have you seen the rushing streamlet with the willows by the banks? It's carrying the effluent from 1,000 septic tanks. There's tin cans in the water and it isn't very pure, but in this great society you've gotta have a sewer.
You should see the fun and games we have with bulldozer and axe,
and how we graced the country with 1,000,000 housing tracts. We had to move a tree or two and chase the birds away, but $50 moves you in with 50 years to pay. There's wrecker next to wrecker from Oregon to Maine. From Michigan to Texas we forged an endless chain. Well, not exactly pretty, remember in your hearts. We may be short on wildlife, but we've lots of auto parts. So we'll build the drive-in movie and we'll build a hot dog stand. We'll light your way with neon signs clear across the land. But if you like birds and animals, by all means go and see 'em. In the air-conditioned comfort of the city's new museum. In America, the ugly America, the brash, the star-spangled junkyard full of trash. In America, the ugly America, the brash, the star-spangled junkyard full of trash. Beer cans, bottles, Edsel car keys. Of diseases that claim we've sufficient to make the best medico real, but the bubonic plague's inefficient when compared to the automobile. It's a matter requiring attention that this slaughter should have to go on by this very effective invention. Why, it's almost as clean as the bomb. Oh, the automobile, a projectile of plastic, rubber and steel. There are no ifs or buts when you're hit in the guts by the point of an automobile. So it seems that there's some sort of crisis that has got the support of a few. And the thoughts in our heads aren't the nicest when we hear what the makers won't do. The accessories in their collection are amongst the most lethal we've seen. There are mirrors to scalp your cerebrum, and there are door cranks to rupture your spleen. In the automobile, you feel like a giant when you take the wheel, but don't be distressed if it pierces your chest when you're driving your automobile. The fumes you give off when you're driving cause fog that's as thick as pea soup, cuts down on your hopes of surviving, for you get emphysema and croup. No matter your skill and attention, no matter your daring and nerve, they'll sell you a rear-end suspension that's gonna turn upside down on a curve. In your automobile, rush down to the showroom, pick up that deal, and if something goes wrong as you're driving along, there's a fellow we know standing by with the safest old hearse you can buy. For that's my way down hometown, can't leave it alone town. Everybody's neighborly and wears a friendly face.
Place, and I'll be stepping out tomorrow in that modern-day Gomorrah. That's the sleepy little town of Peyton Place.
Now the citizens of Peyton Place gotta keep themselves in shape for their ordeals on the television screen. So they have a weekly murder or a statutory rape just to prove that they're the nicest folks that you have ever seen. For in my way down hometown, can't leave it alone town, everybody's neighborly and wears a friendly face. They've got robbery and mayhem,
They got lots of games they're playing
in the sleepy little town of Peyton Place.
Now a fella there was friendly with a girl we know so well, and it ripened to a teenage love affair. Their romance, it was blooming, it was really going swell. Then he found she was his sister, but they didn't seem to care. Back in my way down hometown, can't leave it alone town, everybody's neighborly and wears a friendly face. But when the main romantic interest gets a bit too close to incest, they just take 'em off the screen in Peyton Place. Now the ladies in the village are the kind you'd like to meet, though outsiders sometimes think they're kind of wild. For they're always very dignified, so innocent and sweet, even when the town is wondering who's the father of their child. For in my way down hometown, can't leave it alone town, everybody's neighborly and wears a friendly face. But their intimate relations lead to endless complications in the sleepy little town of Peyton Place. So here's to all the characters we've come to love and to know. You can see them on your TV any day. And though Puritans might disagree, we'd like you all to know that they're just like any other folks across the USA. For in my way down hometown, can't leave it alone town, everybody's neighborly and wears a friendly face. Then the series will go on, for it don't offend the sponsor, for he doesn't seem to think it's a disgrace the way they carry on in Peyton Place. KKKlansmen, KKKklansmen, they're the weirdest KKKkooks we've ever seen. Majestic and mighty, wrapped up in a nightie, like a bunch of KKK kids on Halloween. We're emotionally unsure and we're rather insecure, and some of us can't even read or write. We've got no time for reformists, and we're all of us conformists, so we dress up in our bed sheets every night. For we're the clan.
Oh, we're the clan.
Yes, we're the clan.
Yes, we're the clan.
And the wizard says he's proud of every man. We'll protect your daughter's honor when a rapist falls upon her, if he's not a fellow member of the clan. Oh, we're very energetic,
Anti-Negro and Semitic,
And our view of Roman Catholics is dim.
and we always like to think that Abe Lincoln was a thing.
Why, sir, I wouldn't let my sister marry him.
For we're the clan.
Oh, we're the clan.
Yes, we're the clan.
Yes, we're the clan.
And we've something to appeal to every man. If your outlook is perverted, you don't need to be converted. We've got room for lots of misfits in the clan. We would like to state emphatically we're very democratic, and racially we never raise a fuss. Though you're black or brown or yellow, you may still be quite a fellow,
Just as long as you don't want to eat with us.
for we're the clan.
Oh, we're the clan.
Yes, we're the clan.
Yes, we're the clan.
And we live for the equality of man. And if someone says we're lying, we'll respectfully decline, for we love the Fifth Amendment in the clan. Now if someone should suggest that our leader's not the best, and they wonder where the members' money went, they
should realize it's a shame casting slurs upon his name, for he's got receipts for almost all he spent. For we're the clan.
Oh, we're the clan.
Yes, we're the clan.
Yes, we're the clan.
And we're upright, straight, and honest to a man. And when idle tongues keep wagging that we've got a dirty dragon, it makes people think we're crooked in the clan. Oh, we've used up all the bed sheets in our Alabama home, and we're all hoods together in the clan. Oh, we share a common border with a country that you know. Just take a look at your atlas, it's the one that's down below. There's 50 states in the Union, and something should be done to forget the War of 1812 and make it 51. There'll be color television, Social Security, racial segregation, and the Brat Society. You can take the Fifth Amendment, you can vote for LBJ. You can even burn your draft card when we're Canada, USA. Now some folks think we're English, which isn't true at all.
Yeah, and some think we're a colony that's run by Charles de Gaulle.
But we're looking up to greater things upon that glorious day when the capital of our little state is Ottawa, CA. There'll be color television, Social Security, racial segregation, and the Brat Society. You can cheer for Jimmy Hoffa, you can join the clan today. You can even be a commie when we're Canada, USA. There's a bunch of stripes and 50 stars upon the Yankee flag. There's gonna have to be 51 when Canada's in the bag. But when we see the flag unfurled, we'll know we've won the fight. We'll be just before Connecticut in the third row from the right. There'll be color television, Social Security, racial segregation, and the Brat Society. You can take the Fifth Amendment, you can vote for LBJ. You can even burn your draft card when we're Canada, USA. We'll all be very affluent in the Great Society. Their buck is worth $1.10 Canadian currency. The economy's gonna take a boost, for it's very evident that it costs us more to feed a queen than pay a president. There'll be color television, Social Security, racial segregation, and the Brat Society. You can cheer for Jimmy Hoffa, you can join the clan today. You can even be a commie when we're Canada, USA. There'll be no more selling prairie wheat to all the commie crew. There'll be no more Cuban sugar, that's very naughty too. But think of all the benefits that surely have to come when we're citizens of a country that's got the atom bomb. There'll be color television, Social Security, racial segregation, and the Brat Society. You can take the Fifth Amendment, you can vote for LBJ. You can even burn your draft card when we're Canada, USA. There's an element that's active in this country, and they're trying to get a foot inside the door. They make dirty movie scenes, they sell smutty magazines, and they're trying to corrupt us to the core. But we're the self-appointed censors of the nation, and we're pledged to fight our never-ending fight. We just love to get our hooks into pornographic books, and we watch a dirty movie every night. I read Fanny Hill for purposes of research, for I thought it was the proper thing to do. Oh, I studied all the topics in Henry Miller's Tropics, and I know what Lady Chatterley went through. I'm sure that these are books that could corrupt me if I got their contents planted in my head. Why, I nearly got the staggers when I read the Comet Baggers, so I read 'em when the kids are all in bed. I'm the man you see patrolling bout the newsstands, and I make them take the filth from off the shelves. I cut all the dirty scenes out of trashy magazines, and I keep them in the bedroom for myself. Now calendars are sometimes quite suggestive, and they print them at a horrifying rate.
think I'll pick up one or two and I'll keep them there on view, but it's only so I'll always know the date.
Now motion pictures can be very vicious, for there's something pornographic in them all. Though they like to call it art, I cut out the dirty part, and I've got examples on the bathroom wall. Now there's licentious movies made for little children, and if I had my way I'd ban the lot. Why, that filthy Yogi Bear has got nothing on but fur, and I know Snow White was just a little...
What?
Oh, we're the
self-appointed censors of the nation, and we're pledged to fight our never-ending fight. We just love to get our hooks into pornographic books, and we watch a dirty movie every night. It's a blessing that we're here to save the country, for we'd hate to see your morals start to sink. So just follow right along, for it won't be very long till we try to tell you how you've got to think. For we're the self-appointed censors of the nation, and we're pledged to fight our never-ending fight. We just love to get our hooks into pornographic books, and we watch a dirty movie every night. Amen. There's a most disturbing rumor that's been lately going round of the cost incurred if anyone should die. That it costs a mint of money just to put you underground, but your friendly undertaker's gonna prove it's all a lie. For we've an inexpensive funeral, an inexpensive funeral, an inexpensive funeral, the cheapest in the land.
We've got many types of caskets in exotic kinds of wood. We've got cherry wood, mahogany, or teak. But if this kind of casing is too rich to suit your taste, we can wrap you in a plastic bag and drop you in the creek.
We've a well-appointed chapel where we'll put you up on show, and the public then can view you for a fee. Or we'll put you in the basement where it's not too bad, you know, and your relatives can pop in there and sit with you for free.
And that's an
inexpensive funeral, an inexpensive funeral, an inexpensive funeral,
the cheapest in the land.
We have a little plot of land we're keeping just for you. It has lots of shade, it's really quite complete. But if the cost's a little high, we have a budget plan where we'll take you out at midnight and just drop you in the street.
There's another little extra which we always like to do, and we try to use formaldehyde, you know. But the people may not notice that you didn't have it done if we keep the windows open and the furnace very low. And that's an
inexpensive funeral, an inexpensive funeral, an inexpensive funeral, the cheapest in the land. If you'll just sign this agreement right up on the dotted line, we'll be standing by to take you when you go. You'll get the whole production and you'll go to rest content. It'll only cost your relatives $1,000 or so.
And that's an
inexpensive funeral, an inexpensive funeral, an inexpensive funeral, the cheapest in the land.
It's the most delightful,
quite fantastic,
sanctimonious,
very restful,
inexpensive,
money-making
funeral in the land.
Oh, that funeral, oh, that funeral, oh, that funeral. Collect the insurance today.